Say hello, Riley.
Hello.
You're running the camera. Wasn't that lovely? I'm about to stir up a whole bunch of dust and dirt. So hide your eyes and such. I like that. That's a good match right down to there. Now, next thing we got to decide is what do we take out, because we want to take out as much of this rust as we can. But this is your frame rail right here, and we need to preserve it. So we don't want to cut it out in the process. Over up in here, see that? Yeah. And I can get that out without getting into those lines, but we're going to have to remember when we put the new piece in, not to weld in that area. I think it would do well to cut out that little hole. And what I'll do is I'll cut it here and here. That way you'll see new floor pans all the way up here. And these over here are good, so we'll leave that part in. This is part of the strength of your car. This is your frame, but your frame is also connected up here. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Like when you had that vacuum cleaner going, the more that we can get out, the less you're going to have that can rust later. We might also blow some oil up in those while we have them open. I've got the equipment to do that kind of thing with. I've got a machine that sprays rust-proof oil. And they just fill your frame right up with it. And or paint. Paint is good. Oil is better. Paint and oil is better than either, and both, or is both. And what we might wind up doing today is cutting all this out, because we're going to do this whole floor from front to back. Painting what we leave, letting it dry, and then we can go ahead and shoot the oil. Well, we could, one of two options. We could either paint it inside and let it dry. I'm going to be using some old school enamel, which will bond with the rust. It'll help somewhat. But for what it won't do, we'll blow oil up into the frame as much as we can. So maybe a combination of both. But what we might wind up doing today is up here is just painting it. And after we paint it, we've got to let it sit and dry, and it's going to take all night to dry. But there's other things we can do. We can finish that weld that we did over there the other day. We could also think about banging or fixing whatever's making your tires knock. So I'm gonna go work on that little spot and get the rest of this out. And then I'll get you on the vacuum to pull out as much of that dirt. And if you want to stick a screwdriver up in there and try to drag out, or any kind of tool you can find that would go up in that frame and drag out anything you can get, that would be good. I'll also open this hole up a little more so you can get more of the vacuum cleaner up in there. Did you hurt yourself in any way? No. What you can do is a lot of pieces of little metal that flies around when you do that. Do this part across here real good, because that's where your spring mounts at. And up in that corner and all of that, yeah, that's good. Smells good, don't it? Maybe I ought to keep the vacuum on for that. Of course, it might be explosive. We could blow ourselves up doing that.
I did that before once. I sucked gas in a vacuum cleaner and blew it up.
This is a wire welder. It's a gas wire welder, meaning that it has a gas bottle in it, and it shoots a gas called argon out through the tube. The main purpose of the argon is to keep it cool. Argon won't burn. The wire is what actually does the weld. Unlike the stick welder has this stuff on it that's called flux. That flux won't burn, but the stuff in the middle will. So when you weld with a stick welder, you have flux stuck to your metal, and you have to take a little hammer and knock it off. You don't have to do that with this type of welder. And one of the things about this though is that this wire travels all the way through this hose. So this hose is all crooked and kinked up. It's going to want to interrupt the travel of the wire. So I usually try to stretch the wire out so that it's free as much as possible. And of course this is your ground. And it's good if your ground can hook onto some naked metal because you need to get a good contact for it to work. It's really good if you can clean this up so much that you're welding to perfectly clean metal. We're not doing that. But we're going to try anyway to see if we can make it stick. And I turn the gas on over here. This is a 110 machine, so it'll plug into regular wall current. These things adjust the speed of the wire and heat. So I know where I had these work pretty well. This is this is going to be a crappy weld at best because I'm not welding anything that's very good. But it's kind of whole point. It's going to save this piece by getting a new piece down here. I'm going to need a welding place. Back here, that rail.
When your eyes like turn red, you don't know what worries about.
You can go blind. But not so much with this type of welder, but you can. With that welder, you can go blind. It'll burn your eyes out. So you always have to have a hood and gloves because that gets so hot. The slag off of it will burn you bad. Just the heat of it will leave you like a bad sunburn just from rolling in very hard. But the thing about that is you can weld anything you won't burn up, you can weld with that. Meaning you can weld through paint, weld dirt, grit, everything else. That's awesome for framework. It's not to burn this up. It goes into this. Pretty much what I do is just about touch that to that. Just see if I got a spark. I do when I pull the trigger, the wire advances and it gets hot. So I'm gonna see if I can get a spark, and then I'm gonna see if I can get a little tiny bit of weld. And then I'm gonna try to hesitate. If the wire comes up for just a second or two. A lot of times when I'm doing this, what I'm doing is little spot welds. There's another. There should be another hood up there. You make him reach at that red one way up there. Even one of them's got glass in it, too. And
free to wipe that glass off if you need to. Find yourself a comfortable spot here where you can watch. You see what I'm doing with these little wells? Just getting a little spot well on there. But if I get one, this one here didn't take so much. You can see it's got a hole in it. That's where it bubbled. But if I get one pretty solid looking like that, that looks pretty good. Keep in mind, if I was trying to do a continuous well, I'd go like this over here and get a hole in it. That's why I do these little spots. Right? Here, front elbows and this one's better. Got an old piece of, that's an old and get this where it's comfortable for you without keeping that line. So sit this wherever you need to sit it so that you're comfortable holding it.